Hello, this is Mr. Taylor with Young Engineers of Today. Just reviewing 3D printing. We can make just about anything with 3D printing. And the way you design it, it's used in all different walks of life, from industry to business, to bio, medical, all fields of engineering, and even for personal use, that's part of what we're here for. You can just see it's used on different scales and levels. Now, this is a little bit of review. We'll go through this quickly. It's an additive process. Basically, it uses X, Y, or Z axes by layering it out and assembling it, but that's the process there. All right. Everything with 3D printing, it's just 3D printers are a little bit different the way they layer. And you can make, as I said, just about anything as your mind will allow you to do. Chuck Hull created the first 3D printer, developed the STL file format, and it's amazing how the devices are getting smaller and cheaper and faster, and they're all over the place now. RipRap, as you can see here, that's an example, open source. Another open source is the MakerBot replicator. Now, TinkerCAD. We're going to do TinkerCAD tonight. And we have to start off with making an account. You go to tinkercad.com and sign up. It will automatically take you to a page where you have to type your age, your birth date, and you fill out your email and password. Okay. Now, after you go in, it'll take you to a lesson. That's one of the first lessons. You can do those. We'll go over lessons shortly, but what this will do is allow you to hit exit and go to the desktop dashboard. Now, when you go to this is like your home screen, and I'll go through this momentarily by modeling it. All right, and these are some of the first basic topics that you need to do to get a good understanding of it. And I will show you those now. Now, once you're in TinkerCAD, I'm going to go back to my home screen. This is where you go to get it. You can hit, you can edit your profile, change images, different things, notification settings. You can change those here, as well as with features. You can get, if you click TinkerCAD, you can go back to there. Now, this shows you all the projects that you are working on, as well as if you click on lessons, it shows all the lessons you have completed. Now, if you go up to features, these gives you all the specs about TinkerCAD, how you can do shapes and group things, import 2D or 3D images. You can send it for 3D printing. You can it offers 3D printing services. You can change the SVG to use on laser cutters, and it's web-based, which means you have to be hooked to the internet. It does not use Internet Explorer or Safari. You have to either use Firefox or Chrome. It's all cloud-based, so you have to be hooked to the internet. All right. Now, if you go up to Learn, this will give you all the lessons that you need to do. I recommend doing more lessons than doing less. I would do all the basics, then do at least one from the accessories, one from the gadgets, one from the buttons, one from the jewelry, one from the miniatures and figures and home decor. If you can do a lot of these lessons, you're going to get better at it. The more you do, the better off you're going to be to create your own items. That's what the end-all goal is here, so you can create. Now, if you go to Gallery, it will show you what's hot, what's popular, what has just been loaded. All right, and then it will also put on their staff favorites. All right, and you can see the detail complexity of some of these objects. All right. Now, if you go up to here, and I'm a Batman fan, and I type Batman, it'll search. First, it'll show me all the users. Then it'll show me all the things that have been created in here. All right. So I'm going to go back to here. Now, if I want to create a new design, I click Create New Design. And it takes me to my work plane. Now, some of your tutorials will do this and show you how to do all these things. Now, when you go to design something, you click on design, and you can either do new, duplicate, save, but you go to properties. Properties allows you to change your name of what you want. So practice Name it practice 3. I can change the public settings to private or public. So private, only I can see it. Public, it opens up to the open source community of TinkerCAD. Save changes, and you'll notice that it'll reload the page, and now it's called practice 3. Edit, I can copy, paste. I can duplicate. I can also use all the shortcut keys such as like Command or Control C, Command or Control V. I can also delete things, or I can highlight and use my keyboard to delete it, or I can hit undo and use my Control Z or use it up here. Now, if I take a shape off here, I can see the different size of it by using the arrow keys, and I can rotate around it and move my angle or view. Now I can also hit this and it zooms in on it automatically. If I hit the home button, it takes me back to my original view. And I'm going to zoom in here. Okay. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. What you'll notice is that you have all these numbers. The corner ones, you can control both sizes at once. The black dots, you can only control one side. As you can see here. Now I can, this is for that. Now this white dot controls the vertical, or up and down. All the others control your other sides. Now the black cone lifts it up the work plane. Now the thing that's cool, I can only change those by whole numbers. If I go up to here and I take my ruler, and it's good to put it out of the way, I can actually zoom in now. And I can change the numbers to whatever I want. So I can actually do decimal values now. Okay? Which is pretty cool. Let's put this up to 2025. Okay? So now, I can actually change that. I can change the color here. Make it whatever color I want. I can turn it into a hole. So if it's in something else, it'll cut through it. But I'm going to keep it as a color. Now, let's say I wanted to put a roof on it. All right, I can click on this because I know it's 2025. I can lift this up, and I can just type 2025. Actually, and if you do that, I typed the wrong one, so I need to go 2025. All right, so I can take that now, and I know it's going to fit on there. I can either move it this way to try to make it the same size, or I know that it was 30.5. I can do that, and I know it's 30.5. And I can rotate around to go, I need to move this to get it better aligned on my roof. Okay, so if I do that, I can home it back in. It's slightly not correct. It's probably more to do with the shape size of it. All right, so now, but they're not connected. If I hold and highlight, I can group it. Now, if I go to move it, it's all one shape. All right, so that's how you can use some of those tools. And if I don't like something, I wanted to put this on here, I can just hit the delete, it gets rid of it. Now the other cool tool I can use is the work plane tool. Wherever I put the work plane, so now what you'll notice, it's on that face. All right, so what I can do is, because it's on that face, it's going to build these objects on that face. Okay, that's a horrible looking chimney. So now, if I want my plane to go back to normal, I click there, I drag it in, it turns blue. Now what I can do is click that, I can also click that, and it changes it all one color. Oh, but you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to group it. So I'm going to hit Control Z and move it back together. I'm going to hold that down, and I'm going to group it. Ta-da. So now I have my little house with a chimney, and it is very good. All right, some of the other tools you have is alignment tools. You have mirroring tools. The mirroring tool will just show you, I can change the side of it. All right, so that is your mirroring tool. So I can, just where I click, it's going to rotate. Okay, and it gives you that pretty little idea of how it works. And then the last one you have here, your alignment. So I can align, it shows you how it's going to align itself. To make everything even. All right. Now, thank you, and I can dismiss that tool, and there it is. All right. That is a review of TinkerCAD. Please make sure you go in and actually practice a lot of these lessons. There are some tutorials that have been placed on Edmodo that'll show you some things that you need to do. Here are those tutorials, and we'll get into your project next class. All right. Thank you, and take care.